And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Devon Hamilton. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this stuff if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they're going to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Lawrence.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. The good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Lawrence will throw. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. There's Chris Olave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to give it back here just shy of the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own half.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was brought down by Andre Cisco. Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Here's Wilson.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tackle.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredded defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
The Saints take over first down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Olave holds it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now on first down, they run with Kamiris. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. His throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence
steps away. And his throw is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 46 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you get the key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Lawrence.
Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hand.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 3. Logan Cook.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play. Back now here live in New Orleans. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Wilson.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
ETN up the middle.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Etienne once more.
And he's got room.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
On the stick. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Jaguars.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. He'll take it inside the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Lawrence.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Desperate coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 24, Wilson to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again.
Foyesade Oluokun
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Wilson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Returnable here from the 38. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Another tote for Etienne.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A handoff for Etienne.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the